Hey finders, welcome back to Fortune Finds. Today I'm going to be running you through this awesome little eyeshadow that I picked up at Sally's Beauty. This is the Collab, and this is in their eyeshadow palette called After Hours. It has 8 shadows in here, 4 of which are matte and 4 of which, well, they're like satin and matte, and there's also shimmers and metallics. There's just a lot going on in here, but they're all really, really great. So this retails for $14.99. I have been playing with this for a while. I do know a lot of the pros and cons, but honestly, it's really bomb and it's really great. And for $15, in my opinion, you can't go wrong with this palette. A variety of buttery smooth mattes, velvety satins, and glimmering metallics. I told you guys, there's a lot of stuff in here. 8 gorgeous shades, blendable texture, high pigment. I don't want to talk too much, but I do want to remind you guys that if you're not yet subscribed, please be sure to do so. I'm a heavy review channel. I love doing videos like this, but I'm always teaching you guys the look that I recreated. So, you know, it is a review, but it is also a tutorial. So if you are interested in creating this eyeshadow look for yourself, then without further ado, let's stop babbling and let's hop in to the Collab eyeshadow palette review. Alright guys, so I have one eye pretty much done. I'm about 75% of the way there. I'm going to hop on to the next eye and show you guys how exactly I got to this point so far. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab a concealer. I like to use a concealer that I don't usually enjoy as a concealer, so anything that doesn't make my under eye look flawless, I will use that as an eyeshadow primer. Tarte Aqua Sealer Concealer. I don't like this as an under eye concealer. I think it makes my under eyes look a little too dry and like patchy. I don't know, it just doesn't look good. I'm going to be taking a dry beauty sponge. This is a Real Techniques beauty sponge, and I'm just going to stamp this on the lid. And I do have my eyebrows on too. I mean, obviously, I hope you can tell I have my eyebrows on. They are very, very bold today. And I'm going to show you guys how to bring the brows down just a few notches. So we'll get to that a little bit later. I definitely recommend doing your eyes first because there is a decent amount of fallout and you won't want to ruin the base of your face. I'm going to take some setting powder. You can use whatever setting powder you want. And I'm going to take the Laura Mercier setting powder. I put some in this little lid here. I'm going to take a fluffy brush. It doesn't matter what the shape is. Pick some up and just pat this on the lid. This is just going to set that concealer and help the eyeshadow to blend a little bit more easily. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to hop into this brownish taupey shade Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH31, just patting that in there. And I'm not going to tap off the excess because I really want this to be pigmented. And we also didn't do the face yet, so I'm not worried about fallout. So I'm just going to start this on the outer crease and then bring this on in. Now, obviously, we are going for a very, very green look. But for that green to look flawless, we need to blend it out. And this is going to help the green blend a little bit more seamlessly and not look so harsh on the lid. Pick up a little bit more. And I'm just going in circular motions on the outer corner, kind of bringing it onto the outer third of the lid and then bringing it on in. This matte green shade, taking another fluffy brush. This is the Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH33. And starting on the outer third, I'm going to do exactly what I just did with the brown, but I'm just going to keep it a little bit lower. So I'm just going to start here in like pressing circular motions and then bring it into the crease. Just a little bit lower than that brown. Dip my brush in again and do the same exact thing. We really want to build this color up. I feel like I should have uploaded this video before St. Patrick's Day. It is actually St. Patrick's Day today. I film every Sunday. So just ironic that I'm doing a green look. This really wasn't planned. And again, I'm just pushing, swirling, and then bringing in. This green is a little bit patchy. It doesn't blend as seamlessly as I wish it would. You do really want to take the time to blend. So, with that being said, I'm going to hop back into that brown shade on that same brush that we used initially, grabbing some, and I'm just going to keep this to the top, and I'm just blending out any harsh edges from that green shade, and just windshield wiper motions. I'm going to just wet my brush using my Morphe setting spray. Flat shadow brush, this is the JH41, and I'm going to grab this shiny silver right here. And I'm going to put it on the inner corner of the eye, just the top, because we're not moving on to the bottom yet. Shiny green right here on my ring finger. This is a very, very dusty shade. So again, if you do the base of your face and you're going in with this shade, just beware. There is going to be a lot of fallout. I would recommend going in with some setting powder. So the Laura Mercier one that we just used, I would take that on a damp beauty sponge, pick some up, and just pack it underneath your eye. This way, if there is any fallout, that setting powder will catch the fallout, and then you can go in with a fluffy brush whenever you're done and just take it all off. We don't have that problem though, because I didn't do the base of my face. And I'm just going to stamp this onto the eye. And I'm kind of keeping it in the center. And then I'm kind of bringing it out to the outer third where I have that other green. And as you can see, there's a ton of fallout on my face from that shade, which is why we did our eyes first. Fallout doesn't really bother me because I do really like to do my eyes first anyway, so, you know, but everyone's different. Everyone has their own preferences. And I want to bring the green out a little further like I did on this eye. So I'm going to be taking a skinnier, almost like a skinny long pencil brush. This is the Luxie Precision Blending 243. I'm going to grab that matte green again. I'm going to tap off the excess this time. And I'm just going to put it in the outer third. And I'm kind of just like stamping it, dragging it in. And just working my way slowly. I'm dipping back in, back and forth. I'm just building that up. And I'm kind of just like dragging it to a point. I want it to kind of have like a feline cat eye effect. I want to lift the eye and just bringing that kind of like above where that brown shade was too. CJH31, dipping just a little bit, tapping off, and I just want to put this right at the top. Again, blending out any of the harsh green edges, and I can even go over the green. Now you can go back over the shiny green in the middle if you want, if you feel like you lost some of that pigment and pow. So I'm just going to grab a little bit, and I'm putting it in the middle, and then to the outer corner over that other green. And just patting it. I'm going to go in with that shiny silver again to keep it right to the width of the pupil, in the middle of the eye. This is just going to make the eye pop and make our eye look a little bit bigger. It's just going to draw a lot of attention to our pupil. Pat the edges. For blending purposes, you can like bring that silver into the front silver. I kind of like that, kind of mix in the front to blend in a little bit more with the center. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to tap, 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 keeping it to the center and the inner third. The pencil brush, this is a JH38. I'm going to grab that white matte shade in the palette, and I'm just going to highlight the brow bone. So I'm just putting it all along underneath the brow. I love a matte shade under the brow. I've been really digging it. I like to keep the shimmers to the lid, and I'm very into pops of matte white under the brow bone. I think it just gives such a nice, I feel like it just flows so much better. Now I'm going to go back in with that little weird skinny fluffy pencil brush, and I'm going to grab the black just a little bit. I'm just going to keep this to right where that outer corner is. So I'm going to put it to the end of the eye, and I'm going to stop where that silver starts. This is just going to deepen out that outer third. Go ahead and grab your makeup remover wipe. I'm going to be using the Neutrogena makeup removers in the blue package. These are by far my favorite makeup removers ever. I'm just going to take my pointer finger, throw it inside, and wrap my finger around that remover. And I'm just following the natural curve of my eye, and see, we have a nice little, almost like wing. So we cleaned up a decent amount of fallout from that eyeshadow. So just beware if you're going to buy this palette or you own it already, there's a lot of fallout in each and every one of the colors, especially the shimmer shades. There's a lot of fallout that comes along with them. So I'm going to hop off camera. I'm going to finish off the rest of my face. We'll meet back here to finish off the eyes, the lips, and call it a day. So give me 1 second and I'll be right back. And here are all the shades swatched. They didn't really swatch that wonderfully. It took me like 2 or 3 swipes over each and every one to just get what I got here. The only shade that didn't blend that wonderfully is this green shade right here. That is the matte green shade, which you guys saw when I threw into the crease. It didn't really cooperate that wonderfully, but that is really the only shade that I had any issues with. That black, it did a really good job of deepening up the outer corner, but you would never guess that by the swatch. So this is just one of those palettes where it doesn't swatch that great. but it blends really nicely on the eye. But that silver, ooh, it just gets me every time. My mom just texted me and asked me if I want anything from Ulta. Little does she know that I gave up buying new makeup or skincare products for Lent. But notice how she says, I'm at Ulta for 5 minutes, aka don't make me walk around and waste my time. Is there anything you need, not want? Because she's like, lady, I know you have so much makeup, it's insane. If you're interested in what it is I'm wearing, I do list everything and all the products that I use on my face down below, so you can always check it out down there. But I do want to mention what it is I used, because this will be in my next video on Thursday. The BH Cosmetics Studio Pro Contouring Palette. It comes with 10 contouring shades. Love this, it's so good. Again, this video will be up on Thursday where I teach you guys how to use these shades, what I would use each shade for. And then for blush today, I used their BH Cosmetics Nude Blush 10 color blush palette. I love this, oh my god. And these are so cheap. I think they were like under $10 for each one. And I used the lightest shade right here. Look how pretty they are. They are so gorgeous. So if you are interested in palettes like this, I'll be up on Thursday, so be sure to come back then, or you can click the bell button right now. This way you get notification when that video goes live, so you won't have to remember. I'll bring you guys in a little bit closer once more. JH41, and I'm grabbing that light shimmery silver right here. And I'm just gonna reinforce that on top, on the bottom. Luxie 243, that shade that we used, our transition shade. And I'm just gonna throw this underneath the eye all along, just not bringing it into the inner corner. So just all along here. Okay, so there was a hint of that black shade in there too, but that's okay. I'm gonna take a small brush. This is a flat little brush, a JH42. I'm grabbing the matte green, tapping off the excess because it's dusty AF, and I'm just patting this all along the eye. Blending brush that we used on the top half of the eye for our crease. I'm not gonna put anything on it, and I'm just gonna blend that. JH42, I'm gonna grab this shiny green. I'm just gonna put that right underneath the pupil. We just wanna pop right here. Let's go ahead and set the face. I'm gonna be using my Morphe Continuous Setting Spray, my Tweezerman eyelash curlers, Younique Moodstruck Epic Mascara in black. I'm gonna grab my Makeup Forever in Wherever Walnut lip liner, and I'm just gonna line the lips. I'm not gonna overline them too much. Smashbox Always On Liquid Lipstick in the shade Fair Game. This is just like the best nude shade for my lips, and this is definitely something that I like to use on days where I have a very bold eye look. And I feel like this will look really good with the green. And then I also did tell you guys I was going to show you a trick on how to tone down the brows if they're a little too bold for you. Now you can go ahead and take whatever foundation is left over on your sponge, and what I like to do, I didn't do this today though, I didn't really feel like it, I got a little lazy, but I will take whatever left on my sponge that has the foundation, and I will just tap the front tail of my brows, and I will tap it up, tap it up, and that will throw in a little bit of foundation in the front of your brow to really lighten it up so it's not as dark as the rest of the tail. Or what I'm going to do today, that is another trick that I like to use, is I like to take a clear brow gel. This is the Hourglass Arch Brow Shaping Gel, and it's just clear, and I will go over my brows. This is clear, so it will just pick up any excess powder from your brow pencil and just help to, you know, make your brows look a little less bold. This is the finished makeup look. I usually don't really love green eyeshadows. It's very out of my comfort zone. I was a little intimidated to sit down with you guys and put on some green shadow. I don't really love green shadow. I know that I should though, because I have brown eyes and it really is complimentary. They are just kind of finicky shadows that you do really need to take the time to blend and perfect. So with that being said, what do I think about this palette? I think it's great. I think that for the price point that it's at, it blends really nicely. It definitely does remind me of my NARS Skin Deep palette, which I did just do a review on this. I'm pretty sure this was my last video that I uploaded. So if you're interested in a nude palette like this, I'm obsessed with this. This is like my absolute favorite palette at the moment. The Collab one definitely does blend like my NARS one. So hey, this one retails for like $59, and this one is like, you could buy like 4 of these for the price of this one. You are gonna get fallout on your face. I would do your eyes first. If not, I told you guys you could do the technique of packing on some translucent powder underneath to help really prevent the shadows from seeping into your concealer and your foundation. Like, it is really, really dusty. Every time I use this, I do have to blow it off. I usually blow it off into the garbage. I'll take my makeup remover wipe and clean up here or like around the pans. So if that's something that really does bother you, because I know that does bother some people, then this definitely is not the palette for you. Otherwise, I think the colors are beautiful. I have to say, like, this silver shadow steals the show for me. This silver is so, so beautiful. So overall, I highly recommend this palette. I think it's wonderful. I think for the price point, you can't help but be more than satisfied. So yeah, I really did enjoy playing with this. I'm so excited that you guys got to see this video, and now you can go to Sally's Beauty and check out this awesome palette. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed this look. If you did, be sure to give it a big thumbs up down below and leave me some love in the comments. Let me know, what do you think about this eye look? What do you think about these shadows? Last but not least, if you are not yet subscribed, please be sure to do so. I'm a heavy review channel. I love doing videos like this where I sit down and tell you guys about a product, the pros, the cons, how to use it, how to not use it. But I'm always teaching you guys how to create a look. There's always a tutorial behind it. So if you're interested and this is something that you can get behind, then please be sure to subscribe and also click the bell button. This way you get a notification every time I'm uploading a video here on my channel. It's just not enough to be subscribed anymore. I'm gonna go and take some pictures of this look because I am so shocked at myself that I did this. I know, so cheesy. I'm really sorry, but I really do really love how this turned out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had a wonderful time as always, and I will see you in my next one. Bye, Finders. Mwah.